What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Cameron. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how I plan to slow down this summer and just live a more intentional, screenless summer. If you'd like to watch more videos like this and you're not already, feel free to subscribe. I hope you've grabbed your coffee for the day. Today I just made an iced mocha. I basically just brewed black coffee and then let it chill in the fridge. Please excuse my dog Bella. She cannot stand it when I sit here and I film videos, so she's very crazy and there's quite literally nothing I can do about it, so I'm really sorry. Basically I just brewed black coffee, I let it chill in the fridge, and then I just poured it over ice, milk, and some chocolate syrup. It kind of reminds me of the coffees I used to make before I drank actual black coffee and a lot of stuff like that, so it's nostalgic and it doesn't look that great, but it's pretty good. Today is just going to be a casual conversation about how I intentionally plan to go into the summer. I have some specific goals, but this video is not about achieving this huge to-do list or checklist of any kind. I want to focus on more of the right things while cutting back on things that are not so good for me, and this is kind of in regards to social media, technology, screens, and just all that kind of stuff, and just wanting to cut back on that so I can give myself a break. I have recently begun this journey of undoing some major doom scrolling habits, and I'm here to talk about it kind of as a way of accountability, but also just to share some encouragement and some inspiration if you are looking to do the same thing. I'm going to be sharing just a few healthy habits that I hope to incorporate into my day-to-day life, and these are also things that I hope will replace the doom scrolling habits that I have. Before I get started, lastly, I just want to say that I am not here to judge or condemn how anyone spends their free time. These are just my personal thoughts and ideas and ways that I hope to change my habits. And if you're wanting some inspiration because you have similar thoughts, then I hope that this video can encourage you. So I have a few points that I want to hit today, and the first I want to talk about is setting goals. For the summer, I am setting achievable, realistic goals for myself, something I fully believe I can achieve and is consistent with the outcome I'm hoping to have. So the first thing I want to talk about is that I hope to read more this summer, so my goal is to read one book a month. If it turns out that I have more time and more interest in reading more than that, then I probably will, but for right now, that's the goal. I'm actually currently reading the book Heidi, which I think is technically a children's book, but it's just so cute and wholesome, and I have really enjoyed just kind of getting lost in a fictional book and a story. I typically read nonfiction, but it's been really fun to kind of just engage in that creative side. Not sure what my next book will be yet, but if you have any good recommendations, you should definitely let me know. Another thing I plan to incorporate this summer is to run 3 times a week. Running is something I used to do fairly often, and I just really love how it made me feel. I'm not an experienced runner at all, and I honestly can't run for very long, but I think it's still really great for my mental health and my physical health, and it's just something that I would like to do to get my body moving. I feel like 3 times a week is a pretty good goal for myself because it gives me some flexibility on the days that I might not feel like it, or if the weather's bad, or if I feel bad or something. Now, don't get me wrong, I think there's something to be said about being disciplined and doing something even when you don't want to, but again, I'm trying to be realistic here and just practically thinking about what is a goal I can actually achieve. If I set a goal too unrealistic, like running 5 times a week or 7 times a week, the likelihood of me actually doing it is gonna go down and down and down. I don't know, that's just my take, that's my thoughts. You might have different thoughts on that, I don't know, but that's just what seems to work for me. As far as distance goes, I don't really plan to track my distance as much as just measuring like a certain amount of time that I run, so I'll run for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Hopefully I can improve throughout the summer and work up to running like half an hour or 45 minutes or something like that. Mornings typically seem to be the best time because the weather is nice and I don't have time to talk myself out of it or procrastinate or something like that. And along with running, also just going on walks. Zach and I got a puppy, as you can probably hear. She is a perfect excuse for us to get out, get more steps in, and just get some fresh air, which is going to be great. Another thing I want to talk about is just kind of incorporating these habits into pre-existing routines. For example, when it comes to reading, I have found that I enjoy reading right before bed because it's super relaxing and calming for me. I have a little oil diffuser on my nightstand, and so I found it really fun to get the oil diffuser going. I usually put lavender in and then I'll read, and it's just like a nice little cozy setup before bed. If not reading, I also enjoy coloring, which I know might sound kind of weird, but I have like a little coloring book and it is super nice to just color before bed. These are like low stimulating activities for me to do before bed, and I don't don't really know the statistics behind it, but I'm pretty sure that guarantees much better sleep when you do things like that, opposed to like getting on your phone or scrolling right before you go to sleep. By stepping away from these digital, overstimulating distractions, I hope to be more present in the moment. I plan to use this extra time to build routines that support my physical and mental health, including the walks, the reading, the running. Overall, I really just want to prioritize having meaningful experiences, spending quality time with family, enjoying my quiet time. I feel like the summer is a way for me to kind of recharge and just refocus on my priorities and hopefully set new habits for life. These aren't things that I necessarily want to achieve over the summer and then just kind of check it off the list and go back to normal. These are hopefully habits that I can continue on for the rest of my life. I plan to share updates throughout the summer on how these things are going. Anyway, I'm excited for the summer as far as sharing content goes and just kind of talking about some more topics like this. I also want to give a quick shout out and say thank you for 300 subscribers. It is super exciting to see all these new friends that are here, so I really do appreciate you and I really am glad that you're here. In closing, I have a really good quote that kind of relates to this topic and my heart behind setting these goals, so I want to share it for you guys. This quote is by Mitchell Clark and it says, "We weren't designed to process global tragedy at breakfast, respond to work emergencies at dinner, and fall asleep doom scrolling at night. Our nervous systems never consented to this arrangement." So yeah, that's pretty good. I heard that actually in church on Sunday in a sermon and it was just really good and really stuck out to me. I wanted to include it in this video because I feel like it goes along greatly with my heart behind all of this. So anyway, if you have thoughts similar to this, I hope that this video encouraged you to maybe set some goals for yourself and just how you can incorporate some healthy habits into your day-to-day life. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Cheers to slowing down our summer and being intentional. Love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. If you're not already and you would like to, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.